Hey, internet friends, how you doing there? This is MagicBrad calling to you from a remote location here in New Brighton, Minnesota. And my friend Bo Young is on the way, but he's having some computer challenges because that's the way it works. So I hope you can hear me okay, because again, I am on location at a place called the Brew House. It's in New Brighton, Minnesota, which is just east of Fridley, just north of 694. Sort of northeast Minneapolis area. So Bo will pop in here if I can find him. I have to check once in a while to see if he's here, if he's restarted. This is what I'm going to talk about a little bit today, is right here at the sub headline: freedom, fun, and fulfillment. And Bo and I talk a lot about this, and it's a lot about how can you reap rewards from being kind to other people. And it can be done, for every force, there's an equal and opposite reforce. Oh, I just heard Bo come in. So Bo is here. He's in the green room. I'm going to go get him. So I'll be back in a little bit, and then he'll be here, okay? I'll be right back. Hi, Bo.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm in a remote location.
Oh, okay. Tell me more. Where art thou? House. Is it bruh or brew?
Brew. Like, yo, bro, that kind of thing. No, the bro house. Yeah, it could be that. That's the way they spell that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those
Hey,
people.
bruh. Well, how's the brew house? Are you having a coffee, an Americano? What are you crushing right now?
That's what it is. Coffee and cream is what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought I'd do it from remote because part of the topic today. Oh, look at here. We got our friend Cindy Lee. Woohoo!
Hey, Cindy Lee. Hello. Woohoo. I like woohoo. Yes.
Yeah, and I just thought I'd be spontaneous because I got these meetups and things that I'm doing. So I created it as a meetup too. So if someone shows up, that might happen. But I just did it half an hour ago, so probably nobody knew.
Yeah, sure.
But I scheduled that, and I thought I'm going to do this different today because of the whole concept of being free, being able to do what you want, when you want, where you want.
I like that idea.
And that's a lot of why we use the software Mailbox Power, because you can kind of automate things, and that's why I'm here.
There you go.
Felt right.
You can do it from anywhere, right? And matter of fact,
That's
you
right.
can even have it do it for you.
Anywhere you can get internet access, you got it going on.
Yeah. You said Mailbox Power. A quick story about that. I saw recently one of the users of that platform, that system. He's a realtor. Shared a quick story on a social media page not that long ago, and it was regarding one of the automations he has regarding birthdays and half birthdays. And so he had set somebody up on an automation, right, a campaign. So it was sending out a birthday card and brownies or something like that every year for the last couple of years. And a friend of his mother or family member had passed away, and they were on that list. And when they went through the house and was going through their belongings and stuff, they saw the cards that this individual had automated and the impact that those cards had, that they held on to those.
Wow.
They had talked about how thoughtful they thought that was before they had passed, even though it was automated. So it still works. It's still effective, right?
Well,
I thought that was really cool to share,
It does. Even if it's automated, somebody had to automate it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had to get the thing going.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you talk about being kind, right? So this individual was spending their money, right, to send the card or whatever the package was for the automation. And so there was intentionality there. There was expense there. And this one individual probably was never going to use their services, right? So it wasn't to just get business. It was just to give, right?
Right.
And what will end up happening, though, is this individual, right, the son or whatever it was that had discovered all of this, that act of kindness will probably reap rewards, because that individual, if they decide to sell something or real estate or buy, is probably going to consider the person that had an impact on this guy's mom.
Well, that's what's interesting about getting stuff out of this digital world into the physical world with physical postcards, greeting cards, gifts, and things.
Yeah.
And the longevity. I mean, it's a little bit morbid when someone passes away and then someone that finds them finds the card, but it does have an impact.
Yeah.
I say that when I do my postcards. When I mail my postcard out, the secretary sees it, the mailroom sees it, the person that received it sees it, anybody that goes to their meeting sees it on the desk, sees it, and then even if they throw it in the garbage man sees it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think here's the program we're talking about for those that want to know. It's called Mailbox Power, and that's my affiliate link. That's my little disclosure. Point this way. That I'm an affiliate, and if you use this system, I get compensated.
Wow, look at that. I figured, that's me. Pointing at me now. Oh, wrong way.
You can do that.
Everything's backwards. Okay, I figured it out. Yeah. So what else is happening? What all are we talking about today?
The reaping the rewards of kindness. I just been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet, and I don't know how I get sucked down these rabbit holes, but this whole Johnny Depp thing that's going on, and the people that are yelling at each other, they play the recordings of, trying the testimony, trying to prove that he was a abuser and all that stuff, and people screaming at each other and using profanities, and it just gets so, it energizes me when I see that there's another way, these people, what do they call them? Karens and stuff like that. They're yelling, you can't cut that tree down. Everybody's yelling at each other. Stop it.
I'm not a fan of the name calling. I haven't followed I've been given updates from my wife who's been following that trial and that case, right? Obviously everything sounds pretty tragic, but I just don't have time to tune in to that chaos, right? Neither of those individuals affect my life in any capacity. Quite frankly, there's nobody in the public eye that actually affects me daily, and so I'm not going to allow them to. There's other things to be had, but you talk about being kind. Interesting enough, today is my last day of teaching junior achievement for this year, right? And I'd promised the kids that at least a portion of the yellow suit was going to come out. And I go back to that because that all happened as a result of kindness initiatives, right? And all of the things that happened to me 3, 4, 5 years ago of trying to promote some kindness in our community and turned into that, right? So I'm excited. They're not on today or on. I've got to put them on for my major event this afternoon, but it's going to be great.
Your kindness costume.
This one today this is about as obnoxious as I've gone, Brad. And for me to even declare that means it's a next level kind of thing. I have a new shirt to match my yellow pants. That is glorious.
I think on the jacket, you could put a smile face on the back.
Good. So I have to admit that. And I told the kids I might show up looking like a human highlighter, right? There's a chance of that. I did leave the jacket at home today because it's going to get warm and I'm going to be in the third floor of this building that they're currently renovating. There's never been air conditioning there, and there's a chance it can be pretty hot. And I've got an extended session today, so the coat stays home, but the pants and the shirt pop.
Well, they'll still appreciate it. I'm sure of it.
I think. Well, I come with candy too, so it doesn't matter what I show up in. It's what I'm with, and it's, when I have chocolate, I'm good. I've got all kinds
of candy.
Yeah. The kids love the candy. It's such a great thing. We talked about that last week or 2 weeks ago about the junior achievement thing. It's really, really just a cool program.
Well, tonight is the celebration for the Fridley High School mentorship. They've got a Thrive mentorship program where they help the kids decide on where they should go to college, and they have some scholarships and things for them. So they've got that thing tonight. And it just, I don't know, it gets kind of boring sometimes going to those meetings. There's not a lot of energy in it. Yeah. But it's a lot better than going there and punching somebody in the face, and it goes a lot further,
Yeah, it really is.
The shouting, it just gets to me sometimes when I see these people screaming at each other. And granted, it's just online, but once in a while you see that stuff in person too. When there's a couple at a restaurant, they're having a little bit of an argument. It's just uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
It's like, why don't you quit dinner and you go there and just separate for a little while and chill out.
Yeah. But it is interesting because in the online world, people don't really think about it in those terms of like, hey, you have to realize you're basically in the middle of a restaurant or somewhere public right now. When you were sitting there commenting, jumping on people's comments and hammering them and all caps and yelling and doing all those nonsense, would you do that in a public setting, walking into a room? Would you just blow the doors off and hammer these people? No. So if you wouldn't, why would you do that? However, there's no question there are people that would do that, and they'd be real proud of it, right? Of just
Sure.
being a jerk. They're so proud of it.
That's
I
that's
don't have
kind of
time for it.
strange.
I don't have
But
time for it. I like the
I think
Gary
the
Vee
kindness.
mentality, right? Kindness is the new strength.
Yeah, I
Right?
think the kindness thing it goes further. And our friend Cindy Lee's got this to say: National Smile Day is the 31st. Send a gift, make someone
Hey,
smile.
good promotion. Yeah, the
National
National
Smile
Day
Day.
calendar, right? Oh, we've got enough time. It's the 19th. Place an order soon, and you can have it delivered by the 31st. Deliver smiles. I love that idea.
And it'll still be valid after National Smile Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna send some brownies today. I know what I was gonna share with you.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. Make a commitment today, okay? You gonna play with me here? You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So Monday. Is it Monday? Monday, I had a good day. And I want to tell you why I had a good day. It had to have been Monday. Or was it last week?
Okay.
Let me think about this. Let me think this through. I want to be right about this. Okay, either way, whatever day it was last Friday or it was Monday, because my days blended together because it's been chaos in my agency. I've missed some online Zooms and some meetings because it's been very busy. We're handling claims and all kinds of stuff and a lot of new business. But I had a call from an individual that made a very specific point to call me and tell me that she couldn't be happier that she switched her insurance to me. Right? So I'm like, man, we are dealing with some chaos right now. And for you to pause and say, hey, I just wanted you to know that we made a transfer and we are so thankful. I don't have stress with my insurance program. Whenever I need something done, it's done. I leave with a smile, even a laugh, all this. Thank you. Right. And I'm not trying to promote me and my insurance. So that happened. And I'm like, thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking the time to tell me. Right. Because we always hear the negatives. We don't always hear the positives, the real wow experiences. And so that was great. It was a day maker. I said, my day's made. No matter what happens today, like you have made it, you've elevated it for my entire team and I. Go a couple hours later, and somebody else that I don't have their business with, but was going through some challenges that had reached out to me for some questions regarding insurance and claims and that. And I gave them my advice and had a good chat. I can't help them through the process entirely. It's not my client. And I can't transfer them to me. They're not eligible. That person took the time to give a shout out saying, if you are not doing business with a couple individuals, myself included, you won't be disappointed if you do. So I get a second shout out in the day. And I'm thinking, this is amazing. It's really like it's filling my cup. But what I took from that is that two people were very intentional about calling out the good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I have made a point since then to at least once a day to make a splash or a bigger deal about the way people make me feel. And we can do that, right?
Yeah.
Because if you take the time to do that for somebody, whether an online review, you call them personally, you do something to just lift them up, like it ripples, And so if you haven't done it today, or if you have the opportunity to today, to just call that out when, you know what, that was a really positive experience. I want you to know. I think people need to hear it right now.
Well, they do. At the last AGC event, I got that Rockstar Award.
Yeah.
And I'm more of a low profile. I promote stuff on social media. I don't get up and do soapbox speeches kind of stuff. Unless I'm being paid and I'm on the stage and I got to talk, then I will. But I'm just not that outgoing kind of person. I've got my other way of doing it. When I got that Rockstar Award, that's all I need is a little pat on the back and an acknowledgement.
Yeah.
I don't need a trophy and all that. So a rock with a bunch of people's signatures on it's kind of cool. I got it in my yard.
Yeah, that'll fill your cup, right?
Yes, and that's all it really takes. The kindness goes a long ways, much further than reprimanding. And I wish that our legal system and our criminal system would figure that out.
Yeah.
It isn't about putting handcuffs on people and restraining them. It's more about petting them.
Yeah. I don't know whether we go down into the younger grades, right? The younger kids, and start there and really make a big deal out of it. When I walk into the grade school today, as I've done the last 4 weeks. When you walk in, there's signs all over the school. And I haven't talked to the administration or the teachers or anybody, even the kids, but today I'm going to bring it up. And there's signs all over that say, honor the absent. Honor the absence. This is a theme throughout the school with a couple grades about honoring the absent. And the concept, I believe, is you don't talk behind people's back. You respect people. And it gives examples about why it's being kind, it's being respectful. It helps relationships. It does other things. And I thought, that's a really powerful message too. Honor the absent. Be respectful when they're not here. Right? And I love it. And they're teaching that to young kids.
That's good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Gossip is not a good thing. It goes wrong real fast.
Yeah.
I don't like when people start talking about other people. It's kind of, you got to step back from it because it goes down a rabbit hole pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't like to participate in it.
Yeah,
I'm with you. And I think as humans, we all find ourselves guilty of that, of piling on or adding to that conversation. And you feel compelled, like, yeah, that guy did this and did that. And well, he's a puke, or like, that's not good.
I know that's the thing that people tend to gravitate to. I mean, when you see a fight, you want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's sort of an entertainment kind of thing, or you see a bad accident, you want to slow down and gawk at it.
Yeah. But
I mean, what would happen if you see a couple of guys and they're fighting and you're trying to break them up? Come on, hold, stop. They come back at each other. And they want to. What if you said, hey, chill out. Here's an ice cream cone. Here's a brownie. Let's talk about this. What would they do?
Well, let's hope they wouldn't throw those food products at each other.
Yeah, hope so. They might go, hey, pretty good.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah. This is pretty good. It's interesting too, whether you watch TV or you've experienced it at a younger age or whatever. It is kind of interesting when you see that the way they're portrayed even is a couple guys can get in an argument, get in a fight, fist fight, whatever it is. And afterwards lay there and laugh or shake each other's hands. And that is a weird phenomenon. There's a new respect level because they duked it out and somebody finally got the better of it. You see that even in hockey, right? I mean, like, yeah, okay, gloves came off. I beat you. It's over now.
Well, that's why I like watching the UFC fights.
Yeah.
Because they know what they're into.
Yeah.
They know the rules. And granted, there's some people just hate each other, but they got a way to, blow off that steam instead of taking it out on the street, even though that happens too, because some of these people are just built that way. But anyways, we don't want to go down that road. That's entertainment. Different deal.
Yes. So back to Mailbox Power, we just a quick, chat about that is we talk about it weekly, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're watching this, you've never seen this before, you go check that out, mailboxpower.com/MagicBrad. You also have your magic marketing tool, right? Go check it out.
You have that, the magic marketing tool, and then there's also you, Mr. Boyd.
Yeah.
Better appreciation.
And I would just say this, so like any system or platform that exists, there can be a learning curve, right? And so I was working with a fellow from another state who's in the same industry as me, and he wants to start saying thank you to his referral partners and sending some unique things, right? So we talked, and he's like, this is a perfect platform. When we got through it, and he started, and he was struggling because he thought he could just add a name and address, pick a card, and it's done. And I'm like, well, in essence, you can buy a design, or you can pick up the design, and you can use their content, or you can actually, edit it and do it. But where I think I hit the nail on the head finally is when I said the real value of this system is as soon as you created that package or that card or that gift, that you can set it up for an automation where all you have to do is name and address and check mark a box, and it's going to do exactly what you wanted it to do. Mm-hmm. Or you could put it back in your cart and change the recipient using the merge fields. Anyways, I was explaining that's the value. The one-offs are cool, but where you get your bang for the buck is when you can save time because you've already done that work. And because it can be a little, you can look and there's a subscription and like I'm a $9 or $49, like all these things, right? It's not like going to Snapfish or Shutterfly and buying the one item, but there's a big difference in the delivery of that, right?
Well, there's a learning curve to this thing too.
Yeah, exactly. And so I told this one individual, give me 20 minutes on Zoom and I will walk you through. We'll make your first order. We'll make your second order and we'll get you set up on a couple of things. Literally in 15 to 20 minutes, I can help you. Because as soon as you see it and you've done it, you're going to be like, yeah, this is easy. But to start, it's hard. Like you said, anything that we've ever done for the first time has a little bit of a learning curve.
Riding a bike.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
But
right.
once you learn it, you never forget.
Hey, I tried to use an Android phone years ago. No. I had to go to plug and play. I had to go to the Apple world, the Appleverse.
Yeah, different people built different ways.
Yeah.
But once you do get it set up, like the way that I like to do the postcards is I actually design the 4x6 thing in Canva and then just drop it in.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more, it's just easier in Canva for me.
Sure.
But you have the flexibility to do that. Once you figure out the system, then it's pretty simple. That's what I don't like when these things change, because I get things set up, but the internet is dynamic and always changing.
Yeah, that's right.
You just got to deal with it.
Sometimes change can be hard, right?
We're at 20 minutes, dude.
20 minutes. Well, we did it. We made it. I apologize for my tardiness. I had a networking meeting this morning, and I had to run the meeting because the president was absent. President was absent, so I took over, and then I think I got through it. And then I got here and had to converse with my team. I was out yesterday all day with a leadership project and graduation. It was awesome. And so I was late, and then my system just was a bug. But we got in, buddy.
It worked. Can you hear the noise in the background when they do that stuff?
I just heard very little.
That's good. That's another thing about an Apple product. These things work really good with the sound reduction system.
I've heard in the 20 some minutes we've been on, I've heard very little background noise. So
yeah, it's pretty noisy for me, but it's all good. Okay,
all right, buddy.
I'm putting you in the green room with the digital stuff. There's
all right, cool. Thank you.
Digital hors d'oeuvres in there. Yes.
See ya.
That was it, my friend Bo. So that's the message for today. Be nice, be kind. And I don't have my little applause thing or my little drum roll deal today because that little box I didn't bring it with. I'm at a coffee shop remote. So peace, love, and happiness. This is MagicBrad signing off. Be good, be nice, be kind.